couple
questions for Edmund.
But then I didn't think I was that.
I hadn't planned on it, no. Plan on it.
Minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition and liftoff of Discovery.
You're gonna die.
I'm Raymond Arroyo.
We need to shoot a
We'll
new
see you
one.
next time.
Hi.
We need to shoot new footage of the studio.
Oh, but keep the same.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yay!
Hey, we're back. Oh, the harsh
that
cut there.
ended very
The rough cut. Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Yay.
It's back. I hate saying that, but it is back.
It's back.
Back with a vengeance.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
We are back.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
What?
Friend.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Back.
Did you even know what you were quoting?
Yeah, of course I did.
All right, everyone. We have
Hi.
we have Kyle in the closet as always.
Woo.
Still in the closet. Kyle. And did you cut to yourself, Kyle? Oh,
I did. I did cut to myself.
I'm rusty still. We also have
been a while.
Kyle's significant friend here.
Girlfriend.
Are we allowed? Okay.
Girlfriend.
I
Yay.
Okay. I know.
Back in August.
I know, but
for like
I
5
never
months
know. This
now.
is public stuff. Like I never know if it's like
So many people are going to
I don't know if I'm
watch
supposed to
this.
say publicly. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the leading podcast in its category.
The number one.
In its category.
What's the category?
That we're going to talk about that later.
Uh-huh.
It's a category.
It's category.
It's a very niche category. And we are number one in that category.
We're number one forever. That's great.
So happy to have Allie back in the studio. People
We're
only
back.
listen when Allie comes on. We get a big bump in the stats.
No.
We get I think Kyle calls it the Allie Hoffman effect. The Hoff dog effect.
The Hoff dog. It's
very
probably the
real.
Hoff dog effect.
Yeah, the Hoff dog
I'll
effect.
try.
I've been
Yeah.
known to utilize that for personal gain
Yep.
multiple times.
We're going to talk about that, Kyle.
Yep. There are oods of glutes here in the
It's a-
studio.
Right here, baby.
So
It's been a while.
I have been thanks for asking, Allie. I've been doing great. And
I was going to ask how your Christmas was.
Christmas?
Because we're filming this and it's right
Oh,
after
yeah,
Christmas.
yeah.
It's that weird time in between.
My Christmas was okay.
Yeah. Mine
How
was
was yours?
horrible.
Really?
Yeah, it was so bad. Yeah.
Is it the worst Christmas you've ever had?
It is.
What about it?
Yeah. So my family, separate people in my family got COVID, tested positive, and we're just super trying to be super diligent about stuff. So everyone was quarantined in their respective houses.
Mm-hmm.
So I live in a house with 2 women, and both my roommates, or housemates, they left and went home. So it was just me on Christmas.
Oh no.
It was the worst thing ever.
That's sad.
I cried. I was opening presents. I got like an air fryer, but I'm just
Allie,
crying over it.
Christmas is more than just a
Okay,
date.
but yeah, that's true.
Christmas is an idea.
Wait, is this a song?
It's more
lyric?
than just a day on the calendar.
Is this a song lyric?
No.
Mariah Carey?
Do I look like no?
No, but it was. But what made me open my eye? It made me open my eyes to people who don't have family.
Yeah.
Who are very lonely.
Yeah.
But it still sucked.
Think about the kids in Africa.
It was so sad. My dad was
that's
really
true.
sad too.
Kids in Africa have family, right?
They have family.
Yeah, they have family.
They-
Okay.
yeah.
Well, think about the kids that are the kid that's alone.
I did think about them,
Did you
and
feel
then
that
I
way?
cried.
Have you ever seen that YouTube video where this guy isolates himself in his apartment, just him, for I think 2 weeks? It's a really moving YouTube video. I think it's like 2 weeks, and the whole thing is a PSA about elderly people because there's like
Yes.
statistics that there are a vast majority of elderly who live alone go like a long period of time without talking to anyone.
Yep.
And he was talking about how it was causing like psychosis, like it was causing him to have like emotional
Oh my gosh.
like issues,
Mm-hmm.
and he was having a really hard time. And then the next time he did get to talk to someone, he was like so emotional. He was like,
another person.
but that was
Human
pre-2020.
contact.
But that was pre-2020.
So that wasn't in our
I
quarantine.
think if
like
we were to
in
watch
March.
this video in 2020,
Like,
post-COVID, be like,
loser.
yeah,
Sucker.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah, wow, what
yeah,
a week.
2 weeks.
Are
What
you
the?
serious? 2 weeks causes psychosis? How soft can you be?
Yeah, that was definitely
up.
pre-2020.
It was a 90s kid, okay?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but it reminds me of the Mother Teresa quote that the greatest poverty is those who feel unwanted, unloved, unknown. I was like, I'm living that right now. And it wasn't even like, it was just very stark, like, holy crap.
and
it
that's
was
like
hard.
you're saying, like, to make people feel wanted,
Yes. Known,
loved, seen, touched.
Yeah, all
What
of
is
those
it?
things.
Wanted,
Known,
helped?
seen, loved.
Oh, known, seen, loved.
Yeah. Exactly. And I did not, I mean,
You didn't feel-
but my dad.
You weren't known. You weren't seen.
My dad, Christmas is his favorite time too. And
Yeah.
he's like a little kid opening presents. And so it was really hard because he had to quarantine from people in his own house. So he was alone too. And it was very hard for my whole family.
Did you guys
'cause we're really
FaceTime or
close.
anything?
Yeah, we FaceTime. We did drive-bys as much as we could. And like we dropped stuff off. That's exactly, but it was that.
Oh, it was
we
just
just ran really fast.
Oh.
Yeah, and then we just kept going back and
Yeah.
forth. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So it was a different Christmas.
I think a lot of people around the world had a different Christmas this year.
Exactly. So
My extended family, close family, not my immediate family, but my like close family also tested positive for COVID and got really sick. Did your mom or dad get really sick?
No, they had mild symptoms, but some other family members, they had some pretty severe symptoms.
Okay. Yeah. We had some close.
Yeah, and it's like the wake up call of, oh my God, like it's the fear of this could change instantly. Like
Yeah.
you hear about all those stories of this person had no underlying conditions and then they
And they
died.
were hit by a bus.
And it's, yeah.
Yeah, like Joe Black.
Or the girl from Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Regina.
Or
Regina, I think that's her name.
Regina George.
Regina
Yes,
George.
fact check.
yes, or Black Widow from Endgame. Died suddenly.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. she died very
Wow, if
suddenly.
you haven't seen that movie.
Oh my gosh, we were watching Home Alone. Our kids suddenly became obsessed with Home Alone.
Oh,
We've
I've
seen
been
it
wanting to watch
200
that.
times. We've seen Home Alone 1.
Where?
and,
How? Did you buy it?
Disney Plus.
It's on Disney Plus. Good to know.
All of them.
Known.
And the second one also, they were like really pumped. They've watched the second one 200 times. Watched the third one, which, little known fact,
Didn't know
which
there was a third
Avengers
one.
character stars in Home Alone 3, which does not have Macaulay Culkin in it. Because he changes, his full name is technically Macaulay Culkin.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so
Are you serious?
You didn't know this? Yeah. I mean, Brittany
Pull
told me
it
this,
up.
but
What?
he changed he did a voting poll for what to legally change his middle name to.
So this is like a recent.
And he changed his middle name to, or the top vote was Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay Culkin.
No.
Or Macaulay Culkin. After fans voted, Macaulay Culkin is working on legally changing his name to Macaulay Culkin.
What a power move.
It made his already hard to say name even more.
That is a power move.
Well, but I wonder what were the other alternatives that they were voting on? I think another one was, Kieran Shark Week.
That's just Kieran.
And the McRib is back. Can you imagine if they had to change his legal name to Macaulay the McRib is back Culkin?
That's a name.
Surprisingly hard process, but yes, it's happening.
Who was the Avenger though? I'm still.
Home Alone 3.
I didn't know there was a Home Alone 3, first
I know.
of all.
Well, first of all, it stars that guy from like Tim the Toolman Taylor, or like what was that show?
Home Improvement.
It stars the kid that looks very similar.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
It looks, I think it might be.
I was in love with him.
Is it Jonathan Taylor Thomas? Pull up Home Alone 3. So who do you think? You got to guess quick. I gave it away.
Robert Downing Jr.?
No. Was it in Home Alone 3?
I don't know.
No,
I'm
Scarlett Johansson.
She
plays
Black Widow who
older
died.
sister.
Really?
Yeah, she plays the eldest sister.
Oh, look, there she is.
Yeah.
Oh, look at his.
Very, I mean, no offense, but it is a horrible movie.
Okay. No offense.
Compared to the first one,
the worst.
It's not a great movie.
Why didn't they keep Macaulay Culkin?
He aged out.
That's
I mean,
harsh.
how many times can you believably leave one of your kids?
Twice is enough.
And the same kid.
Yeah.
It's like the writers were like, we have no way to make this happen again.
It's
like, how do we make this happen
again? It's like that when they made Taken 2. Have you ever seen Taken?
Yeah.
And then they made Taken 2 and it's like, why did this happen again?
It's like, now it's the girl's fault.
Yeah.
Now it's the daughter's fault.
Yeah, I feel like
There's
we
a
could have
Taken
remedied
3.
this.
I feel like there's a Taken 3. Is there a Taken
Oh my
3?
God.
Are you serious?
That's where
We're
the
back.
dad is taken and the girl is like,
Yeah.
my father has a very particular set of skills of which I've learned most of them. Not all of them.
We should write that screenplay.
I will find you.
Yeah.
And I will make my dad hurt you.
So
why were we talking that? Oh, why were we bringing that up?
your kids were watching
Well, I remember
it.
Home Alone, but then why did I bring that up?
Sad Christmas.
Scarlett Johansson. Hey, Scarlett Johansson's in that. Anyways,
because
that was
she
it.
died in Endgame.
Oh yeah, I just brought.
Changer.
She's in Home. It was weird to see her in that. Also, one of her lines
Jarring.
is, one of her lines is, what's the main character's name? Is like George or something. One of her lines literally is her shouting out across the house, George slammed his thing in the toilet seat again. That's like one of her lines. I was like, someone should clip that out.
We don't need that.
I bet Scarlett's like, I really regret saying that.
That's the one line.
Yeah.
In my
George
whole career.
slammed his thing in the toilet seat again.
I'm good. Come on. So your Christmas was good. Oh, or it was weird. It was weird.
I enjoyed it, but to get to like why we haven't had the show, and I feel this guilt about giving updates about, because like I haven't been making like.
Yeah, don't feel guilt.
Well, I do.
Excuse me.
Well, I do.
Okay, you can feel that.
Like not really on social media, not doing much content on social media. No podcast has been coming out in a while.
Grinding.
It's been intense.
Yeah. You know what? I regret saying.
Like Tony Hawk. Do I look like Tony Hawk to you?
I mean, a little with the beanie.
Okay. This is not 1995.
I regret saying that.
You've been grinding.
German accent. I mean, you've been working very hard. Like you've been doing things.
It's been intense.
Yeah.
It's been very intense. There's a lot of things too that I'm not at liberty to talk about yet.
Oh, you're one of those people.
Yeah.
A lot of exciting things.
Well, the divorce papers aren't finalized yet. So wait, what?
I don't.
Did I say it?
No.
No,
this is public. Danielle, we love you and we see you.
No, there's like stuff with the studio, and there's been like a lot of potential things, and then some things didn't pan out exactly right, and then other things, and then I don't want to belabor my kind of like semi apology, but it's been intense.
Do you want to look at the camera and say sorry? Do we want some background music?
Yeah.
Should we add that post in, or do you want me to just sing it?
Add the post in?
Add it in post?
Yeah, you'll get there. See, I'm afraid that if we play a song, we'll get demonetized, but we're not really even monetized.
Kyle can just sing.
Okay, Kyle sing.
Kyle, you want me
sing.
to? Okay.
I would like Allie to
Okay. Look at the camera.
Okay.
This is your apology video. Ready?
How do I do this like what type of apology is this?
Whatever comes to your heart.
Okay. I'll do it like a YouTube. No, I'll do it. I was going to do a YouTube apology.
A YouTube?
But then.
You need the Notes app. The Notes app is key for apology.
Oh, just have it open?
Well, people always post the screenshot of the Notes app, and it's like.
Oh, that's a
you
good
really
one.
screwed
But
up.
this is we want to look our people in the eye.
Okay.
That's
Okay, ready?
fair.
Good evening, America. It's me, the podcast world's most beloved son, Edmund. Hi. I just want to apologize personally. I want to take this time to apologize personally for not showing up, putting up, never stopping, never giving up, and grinding too hard. And I just want to apologize that got in the way of the most important thing, the one thing, making content for you to look at. Thank you. I'm sorry.
You're supposed to look at the camera.
I'm sorry.
I'll fade to black.
That was really good. I couldn't listen because I was focusing on my role, but
Yeah.
I felt the sincerity from here.
So I don't even know where to start because there's too much stuff that's been going on. But
When was the last time that you
cried
had?
yesterday.
5 minutes ago.
Actually, an hour ago.
On my way here, because I
Yeah.
listened to a really great song. And
Right
I
now,
cried
a little bit
of
on
joy.
the inside.
I think we
When
all
was the last
did.
time what?
That you gave like an update, or like when was the last time that you had the show? When was the last time
Oh,
we
the
had
last
that?
show was a while ago.
So a lot has changed.
Yeah.
Do people know that you left?
Oh, yeah.
Do people know?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like, I did a show where I talked a little bit about that, or I talked about I was leaving or something.
You
I'm pretty
did.
sure.
You and Danielle had a show, or had an episode where you're explaining. I don't know.
Oh,
if
that
that
was just a
the
random
show.
video, yeah.
Sure.
And then like all the client work and trying to make, enough money to survive, and it was intense. And then also the Catholic Creative Summit happened at the studio.
Whoa, that was intense.
Plus like like 3 other client projects all like culminated in the same month.
Yeah.
The Catholic Creative Summit was like one of the biggest projects I'd ever been involved with up until that point.
Yeah.
It just felt that way. It was just a lot.
It's pretty big. It's a big
And
operation.
it's just been intense, like a lot of work. So but that's what happens. You quit a job and you go full time. And I mean, like Kyle jumped into it at one point and was like going pretty hard. I mean, there was a couple months there when we were like, Kyle and I were just up at the studio late at night grinding. What?
I feel like you could afford that better.
What? Right?
We were grinding.
Yeah, Kyle and I were up
you
here
don't
late
have
at
to-
night.
You don't have to.
I'm just agreeing with how you said it.
I know. Remember when I wanted to take that line back?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So yeah, I mean, what you're trying to build though, do people like, for people that are not in the creative or like design world or like in this kind of world, what you're trying to build, like what the studio is trying to be?
I'm excited to hear you describe what it's going to be.
Well,
I don't know what it's going to be.
Conversations like a collaborative, like just space.
Yes.
To do things.
Well, there have been many iterations of what we have thought or do think the studio will be like.
Just growing.
Like there's like, well, I wouldn't say it's necessarily growing.
I would say that.
At one point it was like, oh, we're going to open up the studio space and people will just come in and we'll record their podcasts and like, that'll be how we'll make money.
Sure.
And then what ends up happening is people like, it takes a long time to get people to come in who actually want to pay. So then you start doing other client work. Then you start kind of deviating from your goal. Then we came up with the idea for, remember Multiply Your Mission, Kyle? We came up with this service. We were going to like focus just on one part of the puzzle instead of the whole production. We're going to do like micro content. Then it's been wild. Then we started working with Liv. So we're helping Liv Harrison with all of her production and like social media and branding and graphic design, all that stuff. So it just has been insane. Yeah, it's been really insane.
How do you thrive in like messiness? Because I know that we've talked about like just trying to describe like that.
That's like asking a pregnant woman, like, how do you persevere in adversity? Like a literal woman. This is how I feel. Like it just came out. That came out. This is how I feel. I feel like a woman in labor.
Wow.
Like dilated.
No. Oh,
I am a woman in labor.
Why?
And you came into the room, Allie, and you said,
was that bad?
What's your advice for people who are like going through adversity?
No, that's not
That's
what I
how
meant.
I feel. This is literally how I feel. I feel like I'm on all fours.
No.
I feel like a cow.
No.
Allie, I feel like a
beautiful cow.
I'm on all fours.
No.
I'm waving back and
Please
forth.
stop.
I'm going, whoo.
No, it's the guttural, the pregnant guttural.
And you walked in and you
Okay.
said, basically your question was, so how do you...
Would you let me finish?
How do you...
No.
What advice do you have for people trying to overcome adversity?
No, I didn't say the word adversity.
You said,
no.
how do you thrive? I'm not.
No.
I'm not. I'm not thriving in messiness.
Okay, so this is... Okay, so PSA to all of
Guys,
people.
I'm trying to say I'm not doing okay.
Okay,
that's what this is all about.
Because all this,
There's no
it's like
way
a
to tell how
birthing
he's
where
doing.
it is messy, and we're just trying to figure
I am
it out.
covered in bodily fluids.
Oh boy.
Amniotic fluid, blood, sweat, other female tears. Yep, tears.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. It's like,
So we're not doing well.
here's the other thing that sucks about the thing that I really struggle with, and I have talked about this before, is like it's not feelings that are normally the issue, it's feelings about your feelings. Like that's really one of the biggest.
Oh, sure.
It's not that I feel stressed about quitting my full-time job without much of a plan and trying to scrap together enough full-time like work.
That's not it.
To support myself while working less than 200 hours a week.
Yeah.
It's that I feel guilty about the not okayness that I have, because there's all these feelings of like, you shouldn't feel not okay. Like this is what it's about. Like you're going to be stressed. Like you knew you're going to be stressed. You knew this was going to be hard. You knew this was going to be difficult.
Feel guilty, maybe shame.
Yeah. Cause it's like, yeah, why would you complain? Like that's, it's like, yeah.
But then when you're in it, you're like, this is, oh my gosh, we have a counselor in the room if you would just want to
No, I can't afford it right
go.
now.
She's with children though.
She's with children?
I mean, not with child. She's not with child, but she works at elementary school.
Oh, okay.
Right?
These are a little more complicated emotions than elementary school.
I don't know.
Okay. Thank you, Allie. You think my kids don't have big feelings? I think they have big feelings. I think mine might be a little more complicated.
We can take it off air.
Okay. Maybe.
Yeah. But
it would be nice to pretend to be six
you
again,
feel
though.
guilty about feeling stressed or.
Yeah. Like the hardest part of all of it is not feeling like your kids are going to starve.
Yeah.
It's feeling guilty that you can't handle that feeling. Or like how come I can't like just bottle that all up inside and like operate in the moment,
And
you know?
just grind away.
So that's been really intense. Or like the same thing with anything, like with when you're trying to do something that, I mean, there's no blueprint to do what we're trying to do. At every month, it has been a new plan.
Yeah.
And I think Kyle knows it's frustrating. I mean, just trying to help has been frustrating because it's like 2 weeks go by and it's like, what are we doing now? And it's like jumping from client project to client, you know, and just trying to figure it out. The good news is, and part of the reason why we're even podcasting tonight is I'm feeling like it's starting to trend up. Like and I think we've talked about it and there are some things I can't talk about yet, but like, it seems like it's trending up. Like there is, we've finally made some decisions that were really important and there's some closure. I was discerning, I mean, I'll just say this. At one point I was starting to discern not doing the studio full time. Like there was an opportunity, actually there were multiple opportunities. Like
people just want to eat you up.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah,
not in a weird way.
Anyways, yeah.
I just derailed.
Oof. Take a drink break.
You know, it's like the
We'll be back
the little Nick
after
quote.
this commercial.
The little Nick quote. He says, "I just want to eat you up."
Okay, we'll be back.
Okay.
This commercial sponsored by Edible Underwear.
No. Oh no.
Okay.
No. But there.
And we're back. Hi. Welcome back to Edmund complaining about stuff and whining. Anyway, yeah.
It's just real. I bet there's a lot of people out there that are in messiness right now or don't know, especially.
That's the other thing. It's like, like it's hard to feel stressed when you're in a freaking, couple 1,000 square foot home with air conditioning and like watching Netflix. And you're like, okay, maybe like I shouldn't, why am I stressed? Like why
do I want to curl up in a ball right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anxiety.
Because it's like, who am I to complain about or be stressed about anything?
Yeah.
So anyways, long story short is quit my job with lots of plans for the studio. Here's all the things we're going to do. Then like trying to make enough money to make that happen, seeming like discerning a lot of different directions this might go. Like too many opportunities being thrown at me, but a lot of them were more like quit that thing and come do this thing. And just recently feeling like I'm coming out of some of the client work and getting enough room to say, all right, we're back.
And we're back.
The biggest decision that we can say though, is that we are deciding to basically form like an agency type model and that we're going to, that's the direction we're going to go. Instead of it just being Edmund, it's going to become an actual thing. Like the studio will have an agency arm. I think we've tried it a little bit, but it kind of floundered and we tried a bunch of different things. But anyways,
that's exciting.
That's the update. Thanks for asking.
Man, moving from your dining room, was that your dining room? Mm-hmm. Man.
Well, technically it was the dining room.
Remember the first time we podcast, I sat in that one chair. Like you didn't even have a table. I sat in that one chair it was like a turquoise chair.
Yeah.
And I think that's when we first started to become friends. And you're
podcasting
like, we
brought us
didn't
together.
Man. Look at
and
that.
now look at you're
look at this.
Now look at it. You're my employee and I can boss you around.
Wait.
That's not true. That's not true.
That's great. Thanks for feeling your feels.
Yeah, I'm excited. Other good news is we now have studio coffee. This is a new thing. Excuse me.
No,
we don't have the rights for that.
Nah, I wasn't done. I was doing. Dang it! Can you not do that?
What?
Can you not? Do we have to bleep that up?
No, it's fine. You can do it.
No,
stop. But stop doing it.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna do a random one.
Okay, we now have coffee.
Woo!
You can go to drinkstudiocoffee.com.
Show the label to the camera.
Which this way?
Yeah, that way.
Heard that before.
Stop it!
Okay.
No.
Kyle.
Gosh.
Or sorry. So this is really cool. Like the label's really awesome. Jamie Wheeler helped design it. We took pictures of like textures from the
beautiful.
studio. Yeah, people that are fans of the studio will kind of know like where like there's the plant wall, there's the podcast table with
I'm so sad.
Like so many people that have been guests, like Paul Swope,
my hero,
Beck Bridger, Miss Wyoming. Amanda Vernon, Edmund Mitchell.
I've not seen
Kyle. I thought it said Kyle the comeback kid, but it says Kyle the Kanye kid.
Yeah, someone referred to me that. They messaged you once and said, "Hey, when's that Kanye kid coming on?" And I was like, "Nice,
See,
I
Kanye.
like that."
So part of the reason we're doing this is because this is like another way for people to support the studio without. What's wrong, Kyle?
I thought the audio was clipping, but maybe I'm just.
It might have been me waving.
Yeah, that was probably it.
It's another way for people to support the studio that like. It's not just a donation. Like you can buy something and get something in return for supporting the studio. So proceeds of the revenue from this goes to supporting the stuff we're doing.
And where do you get the coffee from?
DrinkStudioCoffee.com.
Woo! Where do you get the? I meant that's good, but also where do you get the coffee beans from? Like, aren't you partnering with?
Yes, with Zelly Beans Coffee and
Zelly Beans Coffee. It's beautiful.
You know, we try to just pretend that we're actually making it, but yeah, we're partnering with them. But he ethically sources it and gets it from family-owned farms that raise the beans, and
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a good partnership. I like it.
Fuel your creative soul and weirdness. Mm-hmm. That's good. I would wear that on a
It's a
t-shirt.
good one. You would?
I would.
I'm nervous to spend an
Product.
entire weekend designing them.
No, just that. Just put
Okay.
it that.
All right. Okay.
Just like a pocket tee. Just put there.
You just put that.
Yeah. Or just on the back. Like nothing on the front.
Really?
Yeah.
Comfort colors. Yeah. On the back. Oh my gosh, that's so in right now. Are you kidding me?
How's that? Better?
Ooh,
Fixed
maybe
it.
embroidered.
Who's gonna embroider it?
The machines.
The
Or sticker. That could be a cool sticker.
embroider machines.
Yeah. Sticker. Right there. Thanks for sharing how you're feeling.
Yeah. What else? Studio Coffee. What other updates? I was gonna give some other updates here. That's pretty much it. We can close it up.
Nice.
No, I'm
Great
joking.
show, folks.
I did want to mention, have you been watching? So people are kind of locked away for Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
So they might be watching more media. I did want to talk about, have you watched The Queen's Gambit?
No.
Gosh. Oh, it's so
I should have
good.
prepared. Okay. Tell me why I should watch it. Because I'm kind of like, it's
should watch
chess.
This is what's weird about shows like this. Another one, it reminds me a little bit of Babylon Berlin, which also I highly, highly recommend.
Writing that one down.
Babylon Berlin. So what's crazy is a lot of these shows are becoming better than movies. Like it's like
where- is it
8
like-
episodes of a movie.
Yeah, because they're like an hour and a half or like an hour long.
And they're so
Well
good.
done.
Like so good.
Yes. Babylon Berlin.
The Queen's Gambit was really, really good. I am not confident that a season 2 would be as good because a lot of it is like discovering the plot devices that make it unique. And that's fun about this show in particular.
Is there a lot of twists and turns?
No, not a ton, but it's yeah. I mean, there's just like you're discovering what's going on in the movie, and then in a season 2, a lot of times that's not unless you come up with something new to reveal. It can get kind of hard to.
Can you define what a gambit is now?
I'm not sure actually. What is a gambit? It's some type of
It's a chess move with the queen.
Oh, I thought
the Queen's Gambit. Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, what is the Queen? Can we look it up?
Yeah,
the
go look it
Queen's
up.
Gambit.
I mean, do you think you're better at chess now than you were when you started watching the show?
No,
How many times have you tried to play chess?
since watching the show.
Like, or wanted to play chess?
How many times have I wanted to play chess since?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, not a lot because I've just like tried playing chess before, and I'm older. I know that.
I know
The
this is
Queen's
going to go.
Gambit. This is an opening chess sequence. So you,
Starts okay.
So you move you move something or other. You move
Your
the
queen's pawn.
to the squares. It says I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Then you move the black queen's pawn 2 spaces forward, and then you move your queen sign's bishop's pawn forward 2 squares. Yes,
some of
just
those
what I was
words.
thinking.
A gambit is like a risk, or
risk,
like
yeah.
a yeah.
Oh, I see.
There's an X-Men named Gambit.
Yes, one of my favorites actually when I was a kid was
Cajun
Gambit.
guy, cool.
Yeah, Cagey guy.
Cajun.
Oh, Cajun. Was he Cajun?
Yeah, it's like his
Man,
whole
I didn't-
thing.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Okay.
As a kid, I didn't.
That's like a big
My
part
dad
of his,
really
he has
loves
the
chess.
world's
I don't see race.
He has the world's like worst Cajun accent and all.
I don't even remember what he sounded like. I just remember he was like sounded cool.
Yeah.
I don't-
How did we
I don't
get
see
to
race.
Cajun?
Gambit from X-Men. Can you pull up Gambit from X-Men? Ooh,
I got you.
this is where
Ooh,
like
what a lie.
this is
Oh,
where I'm
yeah.
like, ooh,
okay.
we're not
here
in my
we
dining
go.
room anymore. We
Here
can pull
we
up this
go.
stuff.
So
Yeah.
here
Look
we
at
go.
Is he in
Click
any
images.
of the
Give us
Marvel
images.
ones?
No, he's not.
He is in one X-Men movie, but it's not.
Yeah,
very
but it's
good.
just like a cameo, right?
No, he's in the Wolverine one.
Wow, look at that hair.
Really? He can throw cards in one of the Wolverine ones?
Well, what he can do, his powers are he can transfer kinetic energy to objects. I'm not even reading this, folks.
Yeah.
Not even reading it. Put the camera on me. So the way it works is so he can like supercharge an object. So,
but he does most of that with cards.
He does it with cards because that's a very small object. It's like easy to charge it up, doesn't take a lot of energy, and he can throw them like crazy. He hits you with the cards, boom, you're done.
I'm going to write down all the Gambit jokes that came to my mind that I cannot. I'll tell you guys afterwards.
Okay, thank you.
He really was one of my favorite characters. He was super cool. He also had a staff for some reason.
Yeah, he fought with a
Look
staff.
at that. He's holding one. 2019, I did all of the Marvel movies in sequence, like on how they would have chronological order. So not how they came out, but how they would in that.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. I don't know where I was going with that.
We're talking about X-Men here, Allie.
Did you make yourself laugh because you had no point to that? Like you realized
I did. I didn't know where I was going.
And you ended with, and that was really cool. Allie, another thing that we're going to announce is that we're committing to showing up. We're committing to a weekly schedule on the podcast.
Oh God.
And Allie, if you're going to show, I'm just going to be honest. If you're going to show up with that weak trash.
I had a line, but then
if you're going to show up
I heard it coming out and I was like, what is
I know. I saw you say it. Like I saw you say, and that was really cool. And then your eyebrows went up. Like, did I just say, and that was really cool? Like you told a story that ended with, and that was really cool.
Oh man, I highly recommend it. Okay. Anyway, I think it was because like the characters and like I can be a part of this conversation. Let me tell you how. I think that's how it happened.
I watched a movie with superheroes, and that was really cool.
I know things too. Yeah, Gambit.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like we're like one. We just decided. I kept putting off the podcast because I had so much work.
Yeah.
Like, and I decided the best way to do this is just gonna be set a date and time. Like this has worked pretty well when Bradley's been in here. Bradley has been recording a show every Monday, and I really envied that. I'm like, man, he just like, you have to show up and do it. Everyone's showing up. And
yeah,
if we're gonna
everyone
do
is
that,
showing up.
If we're going to do that, you can't bring that weak, weak,
I didn't know you were going.
Weak trash.
I'll be
Like,
better
you
next
just-
time. But look who showed up. Cough.
We all
Nick
showed up.
and Johnny.
Yeah.
Cough.
Where are they at?
Interesting. There was a point. It'll come back to me probably. Maybe not, but
No, I'm just joking.
those movies are really good.
I think people should watch The Queen's Gambit because I enjoy movies that aren't just entertaining. Like it has so many themes in it that I think are really, I'm going there.
Yeah.
They're just really, I related to a lot. Alcoholism,
So,
being a
like
gifted,
casual.
being a protege.
Okay.
No. Like she deals with having kind of a superpower that is a little bit of a way to get away from life trauma.
She has a superpower?
Well, like I'm saying her superpower is that she's the best in the world at chess, or she's very, very good at chess. She's gifted at chess. And this very special skill comes from, in some ways, it seems like from
drugs.
Sort of, but from trauma that she has in her life. And it's a way, she says at one point, she likes playing chess because she can control everything. Like everything's in control. Because she's an orphan. I'm not giving away much, but
that's
she's an orphan.
Trauma stuff. Yep.
She's an orphan who like goes into the basement and there's a janitor in there, a maintenance guy who's playing chess, and she ends up befriending him, getting taught chess, and then she starts like beating him, and he realizes that she's really talented at, and she's very, very young. So anyway, so she has this thing that she's using to kind of cope. But then there's a parallel that she uses to cope, which are drugs, which are like some type of painkiller. It's like a fake made up drug called something that she like gets hooked on, that and alcohol. And then like another character in the show has, very, very severe alcoholism. There's like a lot of the way they portray
to cope with like fame, or to cope with
to cope with just like
her trauma that needs to be addressed.
Yeah. Her
healed and whole.
Yeah, because she's an orphan, and so it's really interesting. I don't want to give away the end, but I'm trying to think about how else to talk about without giving away. But it's a it's a really cool like.
Or you can give away the end, and I'll just.
Well, it's really cool about
I'll probably look it up on Wikipedia. Anyway.
I've always said that, one of the parts of becoming 30 is realizing that you stop feeling angry about ways people have let you down in the past, or like wounds that you've had, and you start realizing, oh, like that gave me a superpower. Like I moved around a lot and that sucked. After a certain point, you get to an age where you realize, wait, but that gave me certain skills that make me unique.
Sure. Yeah. I thought you're old enough to see that.
Yeah.
For sure.
That might be romanticizing trauma and pain. And
we'll also go to therapy.
I'm insecure that, the counselor over there is like, you're actually
I'm a little insecure. My therapist would actually say, EMDR.
But I really like how it addresses a lot of that. Like, does she need drugs to be talented? Does she need the trauma to be talented? Like, how does she heal
does the
from
trauma
that?
make her?
Yeah.
Because that's a fine. Yeah.
It's really good. It's beautifully shot. Like, I think we're going to find that more and more people are going to buy wallpaper. Like, I think that's going to become a thing. There's so much wallpaper.
I know chess, like the interest in chess went through the roof.
People bought,
wallpaper. Probably like
beautifully
wigs.
colored. Like whoever did the coloring of all the shots and stuff, it's really good.
Yeah.
Babylon Berlin is also equally
another one I haven't seen, but I'm gonna put it on my list.
What
are things that I was gonna say something, but I won't.
What?
It was gonna be a jokey thing.
Well, what was it gonna be?
What do you use to cope with for your trauma?
What do I use to cope with my trauma? This is a good topic.
Yeah. Hey, the first time we podcast, we talked about healed and wholeness.
Oh, great.
And our trauma. Look at
Stephanie's like,
that.
I don't want to be here right now. Like,
so we're gonna put you to work.
Talk about work.
Okay, I'm in therapy now, so it's fine.
Have you seen any? Do you recommend anything for people to watch over the break?
I've just been trying to rewatch all of The Office before it leaves. So
they keep saying it's gonna leave. I don't think it like.
It's going to the Peacock, the network.
It's going to the Peacock.
The network is called Peacock.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like it's an NBC.
For real though? Because I feel like this is like the third year in a row they've said, oh, it's really leaving. And then it doesn't leave.
I think so. Maybe not.
It feels like they keep
did that to
postponing it.
Friends.
Yeah.
And now Friends, but you can't even find Friends anywhere.
You can't find Friends anywhere?
You can't find Friends. I can't find Friends anywhere. Yeah, that's a whole other issue though. We'll talk about that later. Yeah.
And it was cool.
So I've been
what is it that you said at the end? That was cool. And that was cool.
I regret so much of that. I had a point for that. What other? I haven't really. Oh, people should look up. So the Chosen series. Yeah. About Jesus' life. They have the guy Dallas Jenkins who created it did a Christmas short, and he made that for his church. It's like a 20-minute video. About the birth of Jesus, and he made it for his church before he made the Chosen series, and it was from that video that he was like, man, I really want to make more of these to like kind of go into Jesus's life, and then the Chosen series became.
That's cool.
So they had on Christmas Day, this made it less sad. I was crying when I was opening my air fryer, but then I watched this and it was really good.
Whoa, sorry, I blanked out. I heard air. I think I literally stopped caring at some point.
Wow.
No. I'm just being honest. I think I stopped caring at some point.
Your mind,
when I came back in, I heard, and I opened my air fryer, and I started with like a series about Jesus, and then I heard, and then I was opening my air fryer, and you were crying.
So I cried on
what
Christmas.
Is an air fryer?
An air fryer is an alternative to frying things in like oil or something like that.
It air.
It gets really, really hot air. Yeah, and it fries it. I made fried pickles.
Okay, so many questions.
I made fried chicken tenders. Anyway, so cried on Christmas, but then I found this they did something on YouTube. It was YouTube Live where they had many different musicians play different Christmas songs, and there was like spoken word to talk about, and it was beautifully shot, beautifully done about salvation history and Jesus becoming like God becoming man. And then it ended with here's the short on Christmas, and it's called Shepherds, I want to say, or something like that. Look it up on YouTube. It was beautiful.
This is beautiful. In no way as beautiful, but I think everyone should watch on Netflix, especially around the holidays, A Very Murray Christmas, starring Bill Murray. Have you seen
That's
it?
just as beautiful. No, I haven't, but that's probably just as beautiful.
It's not that great, but it's fun to watch. It's just fun to have
It's
on.
just like Christmas.
It's kind of like a Dean Martin Christmas special type vibe. It's like there's something happening.
You kind of have to.
Well, like cameos. There's like celebrity cameos and
nice.
duets. I think him and Chris Rock duet. Do you hear what I hear?
Oh my gosh.
And Chris Rock cannot sing. It's so funny.
Is that recent? Is that like a recent thing?
It might be like 2017 or something.
Okay.
But it's just kind of a slow paced movie, and it's you should watch it.
Oh shoot! I was just about to ask something.
We'll wait, and we'll be back after a commercial from Studio Coffee. DrinkStudioCoffee.com.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Ding. Dang it! I totally forgot. I was gonna ask.
Do you make
do you know something that's really depressing?
No. Yeah,
So-
I do actually. I
yeah,
have a lot of
okay, well,
things.
let me add to that.
I'm trying
Okay.
not to talk about them because
Well,
the
let-
counselor in the room is
Yeah.
like,
Well, she could. No, she probably feels this. So
I just feel judged by all the nod this and then this.
and then the
No, I'm
wide
joking, I'm joking.
eyes and the oh.
I'm like, that's probably something. And she's like, yes, that is.
So for a lot of people, Christmas, it felt like Christmas didn't happen. Like, because all of the normal things, like it just didn't, like I was by myself and it just didn't feel like it happened. And so after I got out of quarantine because I tested negative and everything's fine, I went to Target.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It was almost 5 hours of waiting in a line. It was awful. It was fine. I went to Target and an aftershock of depression was all the Christmas stuff is gone. Like all of the things are gone. And now
That
they
is
have like all the
very-
Valentine stuff. And I feel like Christmas didn't even happen yet. And so it felt like it's just a very surreal, weird experience, like out of body experience of, did I time travel? But it was like not a fun time
It's
travel.
like the most boring Hallmark movie called The Missing Christmas.
We're
literally it's just a movie about.
If anybody works at Hallmark, they totally should.
It's just a movie about you
Yeah.
being alone for Christmas
Yeah.
and then going to Target and all the stuff is on sale.
Everything was gone.
And that's it. That's the end of
There's
the
like
movie.
a couple tiny scraggly trees on 70% off, and it was just like,
Which
it
by
was
the way,
really weird.
Which by the way, Christmas trees make great like kindling fire.
So save them. Oh,
Lighting Christmas trees on fire is
we have fake ones.
Phenomenal.
funnest thing in the world.
Really?
They go.
They don't just go. Pew, they go.
Like-
Like they, yeah.
Sounds like a
Yeah,
like
they
cotton
like
hair.
they're a it's severe fire hazard. They go up like 1,000
they're so dry?
sparkles. No, it's something with the it's something with the tinsel, the pine
you
the
have-
pine tar, the
Pine
needles, the
needles.
needles. It's something with the
do you
pine
have
needles.
free or do you have
Free trees,
No. Real trees.
Yeah, we always get real trees.
Okay, so question, because I haven't had a real tree since for forever. Growing up, we never had real trees.
Yeah.
I think until I was since I was like really little.
Go.
Do you have to water them?
You don't have to do anything.
Is that why they get so dry? Because I've heard some people say you have to water your real Christmas trees, and you don't.
Well, a lot of it
So
just
do
doesn't
you
matter.
water them?
It just depends on it. We do because like the Christmas tree base, you can put water. Just like when you buy flowers, you can put like the water and then the
Yeah, but I would never
sugar
think
packets
to water a Christmas tree.
No, but it is similar. I'm sure you could. I bet you could buy stuff. Kyle, look up. I bet you could buy like conditioner or whatever. You know when you get flowers that are cut, they come with the little
like growth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
I bet there's Christmas. It makes it
But
last
Christmas
longer.
trees, do you water them?
You
have,
don't
like, a-
water like you just put water in the base and just leave it there. Look, Christmas tree.
Wow,
Miracle Grow.
Grow. How to keep Christmas
Grow
trees
yourself a
alive.
second Christmas tree.
I've had some people that I follow on Instagram that immediately took Christmas down.
Now, does this
December
go
26th. It
into
was so
the cut tree, or is this if you're actually growing Christmas trees?
Excellent point.
Also, Kyle, after you find that out, can you look up if Christmas trees are still tax shelters for doctors? I just heard this the other day.
What?
Well, so yes, this goes on a like you buy the tree, then if it's like dying, you like put this on. and
Okay.
it comes back.
I heard from a friend that there is a specific tax loophole where if you are a doctor and you invest money in a
No.
Christmas tree farm, that money is untaxed if you're a doctor.
Why, if you're a doctor?
Although, like tax write-off for Christmas tree, it could be not just for doctors. It could be for maybe other people. But anyways, Kyle will look that up.
Do you think
Christmas
that's why?
tree growing, because of the nature, is a business rather than an investment? So what does that have to do with taxes? Well,
Do you think that's why Taylor Swift grew up on a
Claiming capital
Christmas
gains
tree
treatment.
farm?
So because Taylor Swift is an industry plant, so jot that down. Her parents were loaded.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend like she was a small town girl.
No.
No,
Living
she
a
was.
lonely
Yeah,
one.
wasn't she, her dad's like?
Her
Billy
dad
Ray
like
Cyrus?
worked in
Nope.
like, music.
Are we talking about Miley Cyrus?
No,
I
Taylor
stopped
Swift.
caring again.
Taylor
Man,
Swift.
I am not doing well.
Hey, right here, right
The
here.
number of times I've stopped
here.
caring.
Wow.
No, just in general, the last 2 months.
Good. We have a counselor here if you want
I
to talk
can't
to
wait.
someone about
Right
that.
afterwards. We need to power progressive journalism. Donate today. Sorry.
What are we reading? What is this?
I'm trying to figure out how this tax thing works.
There was some
Gotcha.
myth. I mean, we don't have to spend too, but there was some. I heard from a friend that doctors in particular, if they invested in Christmas tree farms, it was like a tax shelter for their money.
Wow.
There's
It might not
definitely
be a
a
thing.
way to do it, is what I'm getting
I don't
at.
get
I'm not sure
taxes.
about the details, but there's a way to get
We're
out
gonna
of
have to get
paying a
good at
lot of
taxes.
taxes with.
I just opened a retirement account and like have life insurance and stuff,
boy.
and that was
Oof.
so many words,
Sheesh.
so many words. But I feel very adult that.
Do you do
parents will
do
be
you do
taken
New
care
Year's? Do you do any resolutions? New Year's resolutions.
I've
So
only
New
done
Year's
one.
is coming up. We
Yeah.
should talk about last New Year's. What happened with? Kyle has some stories from about last New Year's.
Boy,
Do you do resolutions?
No.
Nothing.
no.
Never?
I try. Oh, one thing that I do every year. The only New Year's resolution I've ever done was
The doodles.
Yeah,
That's
in
something you
2015.
did do.
I did do doodles.
Yeah.
One thing that I do
That
every
worked
year.
out pretty well. Of all the
Yeah.
if that was the only resolution you've ever done,
I mean, 0 out of 1 out of 0. How does that work?
1 out of 1.
1
ain't
out of
bad.
1 ain't bad.
0 out of 1.
One thing that I do every year is I pray about a virtue I want to work on.
That year.
Yes,
And
because
then
I'm not.
do you go to the random word generator and have a random
Well,
word?
here's my thing.
Oh,
I
gosh.
get a lot of people do words of the year.
It's dumb.
I don't get it.
I don't like it. Yeah.
I just don't know how.
Actually, it's not dumb. No judgment. It's just not for me.
It's not. Yeah,
not for
exactly.
me.
I just don't understand
feels like a
how
horoscope.
you use it.
Yeah.
Like how's that do? So and for me, I want
think it's just
something that's more
fun.
tangible.
Yeah,
I think it
it's
is.
just
Yeah.
fun. I don't think people really
It's like ooh, what?
think it
Yeah.
does something.
But I know some people like really like pray about it and I think that is different than a random
Yeah.
word because then it's like, oh, what is God trying to say through to me through this? And it's like you got the word tricycle. Like I don't know what he's
sure it's
trying
one
to
of the
say.
words.
I don't. It probably is. So
No, I think it's more words like love, generosity, faithfulness.
No, I saw one. It was dress.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
So there can be some.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do a random word generator for the show.
But anyway, so I do. Oh, this can be for the
go
show.
to Jen Fulweiler's random word generator or something.
And this is no hate. Like I know a lot of people do it, but
but
so
those
I
people
want-
are going to. We don't know because we're not.
we don't know.
All right, the word of the year generator.
Word of the year. What's the word of the year going to be? We need we need like a drum roll. Like here we go. Oh, you did it already.
Well, I
That was a
already
good one
clicked
though.
and then he
That was a
decided.
good one for the show
This
too.
is a very
Explode.
mediocre word.
Choose a new word.
Discern.
Oh, we can do a saint name generator too.
Oh, we can just pick a new word?
Yeah,
That's not fair.
just choose a new
How many
word.
people do you think honestly
Oh, I
picked a new word?
I bet every person.
never told anyone. And we're just like,
Or they're like, no, I'm choosing 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Are we discerning a new word?
Okay, Holy
Yeah, let's
Spirit.
Discern means you can do it again.
Yep.
Here we go.
It's roll again.
Chosen for you at random. Ready.
I like that.
These
Ooh,
words
that's
are
good.
I'm ready.
Ready.
so lame.
All right, so now
Okay, now let's do
all
the
your-
saint name.
Okay, yeah. Go
Now,
to
these are the
Jen
saints.
Fulweiler's saint name generator.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Holy Spirit, show us.
Saint Anselm.
Anselm.
Is he the one that took? No, he's not the one that took the thing out of the lion.
Did he
I
punch someone?
don't remember. No, he didn't punch anybody. Saint Anselm. I think he's early church father type.
I feel like that.
figure.
Yeah.
Was he the
With a
heresy
name like
one?
that?
Didn't
No,
he, like-
that's Athanasius.
Good point. Good point.
I want to say, yeah, he's like probably lived in the thousands.
In the thousands. What do you think?
So he was the
Ann?
Archbishop of Canterbury. That's a big deal.
1091.
Oh, the Archbishop of Canterbury.
There
so
was,
he was
some tales involved. I'm
Is that
on
right?
Wikipedia.
Are you serious?
Is that what you said?
I said 1091.
Wow, you're ready.
All right, what is
He is our saint. Saint Anselm.
Yeah, he wrote
Anselm.
the-
He
he-
feels like a thousands guy.
He wrote the Christmas classic
That's when he was born.
Proslogian.
Hey, this is good. He tried to join a monastery, but his dad wouldn't let him, so he couldn't join it. So he has a bad relation with his dad.
Love
That's
that.
Ooh, okay. Let's talk about
Let's
father
talk.
wounds.
He was Archbishop in 1093.
Oh, but still.
Oh, but still.
So there's our okay. But
Okay.
I
Saint
back to what
Anselm,
I do every
ready.
year. I just choose a virtue every year to work on. So it's like something
But
tangible.
Do you think about it all year long?
I just try to be more cognizant of like, am I growing in this? Instead of trying to do all of the things, like that just does not help me. So I need one thing. My first year that I did was humility. And it was a beautiful year. It like just learn, and I tried to read books more about it and like what saints and like ask saints for intercession and like just tried to grow more in that. And the next year I did temperance. So I just tried, I don't know what I'm doing this year, but just ask the Holy Spirit. And so then I feel like you're actually growing in something.
Are you going to celebrate Christmas on New Year's? That'd be cool. You could like re-celebrate Christmas with your family on New Year's.
Some of my family are still in quarantine.
Crap.
I know. I'm positive, or I'm negative.
You're positive
but
you're negative?
I'm positive that I'm negative. But
dang.
So there's that. So yeah, you can choose a virtue of the year.
Okay. Probably not going to do that, but that's a cool idea. I'm not going to do that, but it's a very cool idea.
Yeah, some people, I got it from a friend, Matthew Cantrell.
I like
He's
that
the
our
one who did
word,
it.
though, for 2021 is ready.
Ready.
We're
It's
ready.
like we're ready. Jumping in.
I like the way you're saying it. For some reason, the way you said ready.
What did you think?
I don't know, just the way you said it, it sounded very pleasing to my ears.
Thank you.
I like the way you said ready.
Probably can never do that again.
No, you said
Ready.
no.
Ready.
No.
Ready.
No, you just were like ready.
Ready.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, and then Saint Anselm. We should probably
Anselm.
Anselm.
The L is after the E.
Can you pull up a Google?
Can you pull up a
dictate?
Google, Mom?
Google Translate and
Also,
let's
the
see
picture-in-picture hasn't been working this whole time.
Oh, poop.
the pronunciation. What were you gonna say?
Oh, look, the people living in our house just. Can I pull up the camera here live on?
Ooh.
Ooh.
I don't want to. That's weird. I can't show
Yeah, I probably can't show faces.
the podcast.
Looks like Anselm.
Anselm. Is there like a Google like
Is
pronunciation?
there a Google?
There's a video. Is this what you're asking
Mom,
for?
Shut your face.
is there a Google, Mom?
You know what?
Oh, uncover
This is-
Tremphia. Ask your doctor about Tremphia. Here, you be my doctor.
I love
and-
that it's a 1-minute video.
Okay,
Anselm.
that was like a woman with an accent. How are you supposed to?
There's still 50 seconds left.
Can you imagine if this is how you
like
learned English and you're
Anselm.
like
Saint Anselm. Sounds like you're saying
I
handsome.
gave it a thumbs up.
You just like it. Is that my
Some-
profile? Oh, it's
They have 602,000.
It's Nick's profile. That's what he gets for leaving
yeah,
it
eat
up.
that sucker.
Yeah. Saint Anselm.
So, do you have plans for New Year's?
Well, maybe I might go over to my sister's. One of my roommates did come back, so I'm no longer alone. I'm no longer lonely.
Okay, so you're gonna leave.
So
them
we
alone.
might have a crazy party.
Okay.
No, that's about it. We don't really have plans. So
Yeah.
I'm not really
Kyle,
sure.
you wanna?
Are we telling last year's story?
No. I was just gonna say, do you want to come out to the?
Are we gonna have a New Year's
Do you
countdown
want
at
to
the
do?
studio?
You want to do what we had? No. Do you want?
I'd love
Do you want
to
to do what we did last year?
I already promised Joseph I would hang out with him.
Oh, man.
He made me an offer at Karen Fuse. He said I could play Twisted Wizard with him. It's my favorite drinking game.
Last year, Kyle came out with me to my in-laws' property.
It was a great time.
Wow.
We had not really a party. It was more like Kyle and I just drank and ran around the woods.
Okay, no, you're not telling the story right. Let me explain
Oh
what
my
goes
God.
down.
Like
folks.
Kyle and I had a party.
Okay,
Like-
it was Kyle and I's party.
Edmund sells.
I really think Kyle. Didn't people fall asleep before? Like people fell asleep before New Year's even.
Oh man, that might
Like
be
I don't
me.
even think everyone was awake for New Year's.
Edmund, let me tell the story. I remember it vividly.
Right.
So
Do you remember it all vividly?
let me explain. I
Because I
remember
think
up to a
of both
certain
of us,
point.
you would be the one that would not have remembered.
No. I was the voice of reason. Let me explain.
Oh,
So
Does involve a
I'm
pig.
excited.
Does
Edmund
involve a
like
caged
texted
pig.
me like 2 weeks before. He's like, "Yo, New Year's, like let's hang out." And I'm like, "Oh, that sounds awesome. I would love to do that." And I was like, "Who's all going?" He's like, "Everyone's coming." There's like 40 people. And
I did not.
I was like, "This is awesome." He definitely said Nick was gonna be there, and I was like,
I said Nick
"Cool."
might be there. People might come.
Well, we get
No one
out to
came.
the. You get there, and like I'm giving him a ride like the day of, and we're like just driving out to the middle of nowhere, and we're just driving to Denison. And
We stopped at a liquor store and picked up a ton of alcohol because we're like, there's going to be this massive party.
I thought there was gonna be a bang. When we get there, thankfully we're getting there. I'm getting hungry, and I'm starting to get worried because Danielle feeds Edmund's kids like weird food, and it's like she's very strict with it. And I didn't want to be like the guy who was like, "Ooh, I'm not gonna eat this," and like. So I stop at McDonald's. Edmund and I are drinking this McDonald's. We're like taking these Topo Chicos and we're like opening it up on like the concrete outside of McDonald's.
Also, to be fair, my wife said why are you going to stop and get, like, at one point we mentioned getting food, and my wife was like, why are you going to get food out? We're going to have food here. And I was like, what kind of food? She's like, no, it's good, whatever. It's going to be fine food. There's going to be food here, which comes up later
In your
because
head, you're like,
it was not good food.
Yeah. So we get to the function, and I'm like, this is cool. I'm meeting like Edmund's parents-in-law. They're cool. They got a big Easter candle. Really cool vibes there.
Ooh,
and then it's like
nice.
dinner time. So I've already eaten, but I'm sitting down, you know.
Let's
fair.
do dinner.
And so there's like 3 foods. There's like black-eyed peas, bread, and something else.
Probably sour cream.
Yeah, something bad.
Probably like a carton of sour cream.
Something bad.
That was like the third side.
Black-eyed peas bread.
Yeah.
And like sour cream.
But the way it worked was you couldn't just eat whatever you wanted. So you had to eat like a certain amount of black-eyed peas, and you would like earn a little bit of bread.
Well, that's because otherwise
Is that
our
for
kids would
children
just
or
eat-
that's for? Yeah,
That was
I
not
was
for
like,
Kyle. That was
I
not
don't
for
think
you,
it's for
Kyle.
I wasn't taking the
Kyle
rest.
just followed. Kyle just obeyed. Kyle heard Danielle say
Yeah.
that, and he was like, "Okay."
This is what. Well, Danielle can be.
Yes,
she can
ma'am,
Be
more
like
black-eyed
that, and you're
peas.
like, I'm listening, Danielle.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there twiddling my thumbs, and Danielle's like, "Did you already eat or something?" And I'm like, "No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. You
Did
told me
not
not to.
have a Big Mac but I
No,
did.
ma'am, I did.
But I actually
Oh.
did. I had
So-
McDonald's with Kyle.
Then
Confession.
soon after this, I get fooled. I get tricked. Edmund plays a
Bamboozled.
trick on me. He says, "Do you want this Christmas beer?" And I said yes. And it turned out it was 7%, which is a lot more than I thought. So I drink a lot of these, and then Edmund's drinking this mead, which mead is the Viking drink. So I thought it was harsh. No, very sweet. Goes down very smoothly.
But still strong. But
Still strong. So then we get all liquored up, and then it's time for Edmund and Kyle to put on a fireworks show for the kids.
Which we do.
That is your job that night. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
7% fireworks.
Oh
show.
my god.
It's very delicate game because there's a lot of rules about the fireworks, and we don't play by these rules, but we need the man, Randy, to
Yes.
think we do.
We need Randy to think we are following the rules.
Are you just trying to get Randy's approval, Kyle?
Well, we just have to show that we're being responsible, even though we are
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
I
So
get that.
We do this for a while. We keep drinking, and eventually Edmund and I are like waiting for everyone to go to sleep so we can go on an adventure. I don't really know what this means. Like, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm intoxicated. We like watch the ball drop. We're like ball drop in New York. We're like, all right, Randy and Terry, go to bed. So they go to bed. They're great people, but it's like showtime. So Edmund and I, we hop in this like Kubota, this like John.
Well, part of it was like, hey, let's go out. Like the party didn't. I mean, it was a great party, but it wasn't. Everything was cracked up. Like, it wasn't this rager. And so it was like,
was just
Kyle
you
and I
and the
still wanted to
kids.
find fun somewhere out in
Sure.
the woods together.
Alone.
No, well,
Dark.
we're not really
at
alone.
midnight on New Year's.
At
Anyways.
midnight.
So we hop in this
Drunk.
car. We're like
We
driving
have
around.
so he has these little like golf carts or Kubota. I think we were in the Kubota. Maybe.
Yeah, we're in the Kubota.
Yeah.
Drive around for a while, and Edmund's like, "Want to check out the pig traps?" I was like, "That sounds dope." He goes, "No, there's not going to be a hog there." And I was like, "Oh, okay. I don't know. It sounds like there could be a
Famous
hog."
last words.
And he's like, "No, there's no hog." We get there, and there's a hog.
A big hog.
Trapped in the thing.
Yeah, we fought
Big
it.
trap.
We tried to kill it. We were not successful.
Did you wait?
Because Randy was going to kill it, and so we were like, we should kill it.
At one point, Edmund did bring up the idea of like, let's just kill it. Let's grab the gun. And I was like, no,
No, we
gun.
did go back to the house,
I
and I
said-
did go inside and wake up my wife and go, "Hey, it probably sounded like, hey, can we? We're gonna kill a
in
pig."
your head.
This is literally probably like
oh my
This
god.
is after he
you
crashed
pretend to
the
be my
Kubota.
asleep wife,
Okay.
and this is literally I probably walk in, I'm like going like this, and then you wake up, you hear me.
What?
Can we have the gun to kill the pig?
Absolute
For your dad.
eyes open for your dad.
For your dad, can we have a gun to kill the pig?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
She like freaks out.
Yeah, that was basically it. It was like what like yeah, my wife wakes up to me going, we're going to get the gun and kill the pig for Randy. And Danielle goes, "No, you're not."
No, you're not.
I'm like, "Okay."
We also
No.
backed in. You back into a tree at some point with the Kubota,
Yeah,
and I
we weren't
remember.
going to mention that, but yeah.
Well, no, it's good though because we couldn't. We were looking for the scratch.
Of all the things, why wouldn't you mention that?
because we're looking for the scratch, but it's really tough because it's dark and it's a camouflage Kubota. There's no telling if there was a
you
scratch.
like
in it.
scratched it.
Well, there was no scratch. We couldn't find it.
Oh.
But it was a very soft hit, but we were very worried. So we did that. Then Edmund went to go get a gun. I went to go vomit, and I was back in the
Wait, did you though? Did you vomit that night?
Happy
vomited a ton
2020,
that night.
people.
What?
then-
You didn't tell? Oh, in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, that's right.
There it
That's right.
is.
That was pretty public knowledge. It was loud.
That's right.
Is this the same house? Is this the two-story house where you peed over the balcony?
Oh, wow. No, that's not the house.
Oh, it's not?
No.
I'm sure you said that on the podcast.
We'll be back after
I'm
a
pretty sure.
commercial from
No.
Trafia.
Ask your doctor. Ding ding.
So that was fun.
I'm pretty sure you told that story on the podcast.
No.
before.
Nope.
Was that just us?
I don't know. Let's move on.
Okay. Anyway, so
Hey.
wow, what a weird 2020, and
just-
then it's been weird ever since.
We're going hard into 2021.
So, are you going up to Denison for New Year's?
I don't know, actually.
Oh,
I have a lot of work to do.
that sounds super fun.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, actually. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Because they're still kind of recovering from COVID. I'm not sure yet if we're allowed, if the math works
Yeah,
out.
it's just so everything is
So
weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. But
okay. That makes sense.
but we'll see. I mean,
Nice.
2021 will be a crazy year.
It is. It's gonna be a full year.
So we've decided to like structure the studio company, like establish an LLC for the
Like
studio.
a
like-
collaborative, collective agency.
yes, and we're like making decisions, making moves in 2021
We're doing it.
to do some big things. So the show's coming back.
Woo!
Gonna probably
Nick and Johnny.
rebrand it a little bit, kind of,
Yeah.
kind of jazz it up a little.
Just
kind of. I've missed it, honestly. Watching other people podcast on a regular basis, it's been like,
life.
oh, I miss that.
We're getting there. Doing it. Dang it.
2021, ready. So is
Locked
there anything
and
else?
loaded.
Anything else you want to tell the good people? Tell people where you're gonna be at. Tell them about your tour dates. Tell them where you're gonna be, your location.
I'm gonna be in Ireland in March.
Okay. Cool. They're having you back again.
Yeah, again. It was sold out, and they're like, you were the only person to ever sell out this huge, giant stadium.
Yeah.
We need you back.
Yeah.
And I said, only if I can
They
bring
were
all
like,
my
we didn't
backup
even know.
dancers.
They were like, we didn't even know there were this many people in Ireland.
All of them came.
And you filled their,
I filled all of the Irish people. They
the
loved
arena.
me there.
Yeah.
So I'm going there in March. Really like to go back to Spain and like other things. So
Cool.
we'll see.
Cool.
Yeah. Did you want to be the backup dancer for that, or were you just like, I don't know, I might sit that one out?
I don't think you can afford me anymore, to be
No,
honest.
you said you'd. No. Something else, but you're gonna take it the wrong way, so I did not say.
Tell me what.
No. Let's go to commercial break.
Okay, well, how do we close out the show, Kyle? I always feel like the closing of our show,
Yeah.
we don't have a really strong. How would Bradley close his show? We don't have like a really
He
strong.
would sing a song.
He would sing a song.
And we got no questions, so.
And we're seeing you have a massive social media following, and not
Well-
a single person wanted to ask me a question.
Well, to be fair, they
Thank
didn't
you,
know.
my
They just
security
said,
and confidence.
They just said, I just said Edmund. I didn't say Edmund Mitchell. And so one person
That's probably
said,
it. They didn't see the last name.
why'd you betray your siblings and go with the White Witch?
Turkish delight.
Heard it here, folks.
2 words. Turkish
Leslie.
delight.
That's why. And then she said, oh, ... Mitchell ...
Oh my gosh.
Like,
What a hurtful-
because then
what a
I
hurtful-
put up.
That was the only.
it's Edmund Mitchell, everyone. Like, because I was not clear. Edmund Mitchell, we're about to record.
You did just take a picture of yourself and put Edmund. Ask me anything.
Well, because no, I just did like a screenshot. You're in this.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
I don't see me.
What?
Oh, there we go. Okay,
So,
well, let's
on
just
that
end.
note-
We could just fade the show intro music back
I think
in.
that's how you end it.
And that's how we end it. Go
Yeah.
to drinkstudiocoffee.com.
How do I fade the show intro music?
Well, you like turn it on, but have the volume down, and then just.
But how do I change the volume if it's not on?
You staying home to
Good question. Yeah, good question.
Just fade in our. I'm excited. 2021's our year.
It's gonna be our year. DrinkStudioCoffee.com. Allie is gonna be working at the studio and helping out, and here we're gonna be collaborating a lot more in 2021. Go to patreon.com/the show to the studio to support us. And
Too much pain. Okay, bye.